Antes de empezar a ver esta página, cierra los ojos y deja la respiración completamente sola. Permite que los pulmones, por sí solos, se paren si se quieren parar. Inspiren si quieren inspirar. Siente lo que sientes cuando inspiras. Siente lo que sientes cuando expiras. Abre lentamente los ojos y empieza a explorar. Buenos días a todos, hoy es 16 de noviembre y son las 9 menos 5 de la mañana y el mensaje de hoy se llama Camino, verdad y vida. Camino, verdad y vida que está en las enseñanzas de Jesús y en realidad está en las enseñanzas de todos los grandes maestros espirituales que nuestra humanidad ha tenido a lo largo de los tiempos, que han enseñado esencialmente la misma verdad, el mismo camino y la misma vida, pero que lo han hecho con un lenguaje distinto en función de la época, el entorno, la cultura, etcétera, etcétera. Pero que en la esencia del lenguaje, el lenguaje cambia, pero la esencia de la enseñanza es la misma. Y a lo largo de los tiempos, estas mismas verdades se han presentado en distintos lenguajes. Hace 2000 años, en el tiempo de Jesús decía creed, porque realmente tenían que creer, ya que no tenían elementos ni científicos, ni argumentativos, ni filosóficos para entender las cosas más allá de la creencia para empezar. Hoy en día, en la mente sofisticada del siglo XXI, necesitamos explicar las cosas de otra manera, aunque explicamos las mismas cosas. El camino, que es lo que hacemos cada día cuando nos levantamos y andamos el camino de la vida del día. La vida, que es la experiencia de la existencia que estamos teniendo en ese camino. Y la verdad, que es la experiencia de ese camino que es la vida. Olvidado de ti mismo, si quieres, es decir, con los ojos abiertos, es en esencia la enseñanza de todos los tiempos. En el siglo XX nacieron un montón de grandes maestros, y entre ellos está GURURAJ ANANDA YOGI, que fue mi maestro. Y hoy voy a volver a poner el satsang que vimos ayer porque es relevante para lo que es el mensaje de hoy. Os dejo ya con las palabras de GURURAJ ANANDA YOGI del libro Respuestas al Corazón, en la voz de Elda Hidalgo.
16 de noviembre. Caminos, verdad y vida. Hombre, conócete a ti mismo. Conocer el verdadero ser de uno mismo es conocer la totalidad de este pequeño universo en el que vivimos, porque hay universos sobre los universos. Cuando utilizamos la palabra universo, la utilizamos de forma figurativa, como expresión de la totalidad de la manifestación o creación. Pero todo funciona en ciclos. Hay universos y universos, y por lo tanto, toda la existencia se vuelve sin comienzo ni fin. Todos están ahí todo el tiempo, funcionando dentro de ellos mismos, funcionando por el poder primordial que poseían al comienzo, y cuando ese poder se enlentece, cuando el movimiento se enlentece, entra otra vez en juego, hasta que se regenera y rejuvenece para volver a vivir otra vez. Por lo tanto, lo que está ocurriendo ahí está sucediendo dentro de ti. Siempre los mismos principios, las mismas leyes inevitables, inmutables, en lo que conocemos como existencia. Debemos conocer la existencia en su verdadero valor, y no en nuestro valor imaginario, porque cuando nos metemos en nuestros propios valores imaginarios, creamos ilusiones. El ser humano, debido a los problemas consigo mismo y a la falta de integración de cuerpo, mente y espíritu, atraviesa sufrimientos. Entonces llegan los grandes maestros. Es su deber, su dharma, mostrar cómo restaurar el equilibrio entre la mente, el cuerpo y el espíritu. Cuando una persona entiende eso, entiende verdaderamente el significado de yo soy el camino, yo soy la verdad, yo soy la vida. El mensaje de la verdad será eternamente el mismo, pero según cambian los tiempos, se tiene que propagar de forma distinta para que las personas puedan entenderlo, aceptarlo y practicarlo. Cuando practican, se benefician. Cuando se benefician, se están desarrollando. Toda la alegría del universo es suya, y ese es, como siempre ha sido, el camino. Los tiempos cambian, las enseñanzas no. Las verdades eternas permanecen eternas, pero se deben presentar y enseñar de forma apropiada a los tiempos.
Y este mensaje tiene varias facetas. La primera es que todos los caminos llevan a Roma, es decir, que caminos hay muchos y ríos hay muchos, pero todos llegan al mar. Y el agua de los ríos procede también del mismo mar, y por lo tanto no es importante qué camino sigas, sino que cualquiera que sea este lo sigas hasta el final. También el mensaje del día empieza con el mandato: hombre, conócete a ti mismo. Efectivamente, hombre, conócete a ti mismo, porque cuando te conozcas a ti mismo, lo que conocerás es el universo, porque todo el universo en realidad está ocurriendo en ti. El ser humano y la conciencia que hay en el ser humano, o el cerebro del ser humano, si quieres verlo así en plan científico materialista, el cerebro del ser humano, que opera según las mismas leyes que el resto del planeta y que el resto de este universo, es capaz de conocer al universo. Luego, el universo está existiendo en el cerebro del ser humano, y el universo tal y como lo conoces es simplemente lo que está en ti, porque no puedes conocer otra cosa más que lo que está en tu cerebro, más que lo que tu cerebro te presenta como real, más que lo que tu cerebro te presenta como el conocimiento de este universo. Otra parte del mensaje es que todo funciona en ciclos, es decir, que hay universos y universos, porque el universo se expande y se va haciendo, se enlentece, que es lo mismo que decir que se enfría, y cuando se enfría lo suficientemente como para que no haya nada vibrando, entonces no hay manera de medir el tiempo, y entonces no hay manera de medir el espacio, y entonces no hay ni espacio ni tiempo, y todo se comprime para volver a empezar. Luego, la experiencia esta de la existencia no tiene ni principio ni final, sino que es un ciclo detrás de otro ciclo, detrás de otro ciclo. Y en mitad de eso que está ocurriendo, tú tomas conciencia, porque eres tú el que se está expresando en este universo en realidad, porque el universo está dentro de ti. integrar y darse cuenta de que no hay tres cosas separadas, cuerpo por un lado, mente por otro lado y espíritu por otro lado, sino que cuerpo y cuerpo es el cuerpo del universo. La mente es la información que contiene y el espíritu es aquello que lo anima todo. Es en realidad solamente una cosa. Es como un gradiente de azules que empieza en el azul marino, luego va al azul celeste y luego termina en el blanco. Entonces decimos el blanco es el espíritu, el azul celeste es la mente y el azul oscuro es el cuerpo, pero en realidad no hay una frontera entre una cosa y otra. No es algo distinto, son distintos grados de densidad o de sutileza. Perdón. Y por lo tanto la práctica para el día de hoy la vamos a centrar en la integración. La integración, y vamos a empezar por una cosa muy sencillita, que es entre lo que pienso, lo que digo y lo que hago. Hoy, durante las 16 horas que tiene el día de hoy, que pasan en un momento, procura tener tu atención en pensar lo que pienses, es lo que dices y actúas en función de lo que dices. O sea, que lo que no pones es en contradicción lo que dices con lo que piensas y luego haces todo lo contrario. En otras palabras, integra pensamiento, palabra y acción. Así pues que hoy, durante las 16 horas del día de hoy, procura que tu palabra y tus actos y tus pensamientos estén integrados. Es decir, que hables de la manera que piensas en cada momento en que hoy te surja el tener que hablar, y que actúes de la manera que hablas en cada momento que hoy la vida te pida que actúes. Y acordaros, son solo 16 horas y es solamente un día. Y de todas maneras, para inspirarte y para que seas diligente y para que vuelvas a escuchar el satsang de las 20 veces, y así entre la de ayer más la de hoy ya llevas 2, te quedan 18. Os dejo ya de nuevo con el satsang de GURURAJ ANANDA YOGI, apego a los que amamos, el satsang de las 20 veces. Y al terminar el satsang ya me despido de vosotros.
No one asks you to become desireless. No one asks you to be totally non-attached, because your very nature is such that even the enlightened man must have that 2% attachment, otherwise he would not be able to exist in a body. But there is something that one has to remember, that although you are attached to this flower or to your beloved one, the craving is not there. And any form of craving produces problems within you. So have all the attachments you want to have. And I've said this many times. If you have a 5-roomed house, there is nothing wrong in having a 10-roomed house. But are you hankering for the 10-roomed house? Are you craving for it? Is it going to do something for your ego self? That I drive a better Cadillac than the Volkswagen my neighbor drives. Or I wear a better suit than my pal Jim. So what is happening here, the mechanics are these, that you are bolstering your ego and creating unnecessary wants within yourself, and the very creation of unnecessary wants brings you suffering and misery. So, while living in this relative world, you could never be non-attached. And if you want to become detached, then you go away into some forest and escape from yourself. That's detachment. Non-attachment contains a beauty of its own. So have all the attachments you want to have, but it must be devoid of hankering. It must be devoid of the sense of bolstering up your ego, because what would happen then? That you would not be living within yourself. You'll be living in your ego self, which is none else but composed of thought formations. And what reality, what tangibility is there in thought forms which are forever changing all the time. And that is the idea a person has to develop, that I am forever the same. I have not changed at all. For I come from the land of changelessness, and I will reach the land of changelessness. So from the non-changing, we are proceeding to non-changing. And yet all the things that come up in your minds, changing, which are none else but thought forms. So my little daughter sitting over there, she sings. She's so pretty. I mean, everyone thinks that they are pretty, you know. They imagine themselves to be far better looking than what they really are. And that's a fact. Look into the mirror again, and you will think you are far more nicer looking than what you really are. So, we are so much involved in our outer stuff that surrounds us. It is the externality that is influencing our lives. And everything which is external has the quality of motion, and wherever there is motion, there has to be change, which any science can tell you about. So, as the external things around you change, you are at the same time being influenced by your ego self, which is forever changing, and the changing of the ego self makes you see the changes around you. You see how it is all interrelated. But when you find through your spiritual practices and meditations that beautiful stillness within you, then all change disappear. All change disappear, and you start appreciating what life is really about. Our greatest trouble lies in the non-appreciation of life for we do not know rather, what life is all about. How many here could truly say that I know myself? How many of you could truly say that I know my life? But far ways to go to be able to know yourself, to be able to know what life is, because nothing else could exist but life itself. For everything is living, pulsating. There are so many automatic processes going on in this universe of ours, even within your own bodies, that you are not even aware of. How much are you aware of your heart beating? Unless you get a pain, then you become aware. So your awareness lies in the pain, but not in the very object itself of that beautifully pulsating heart. And Dr. Padmini will tell us how many gallons of blood it pumps throughout the body in 24 hours. And yet we are not aware of it. How many are really aware of themselves breathing? No, cannot. How many are aware of their own thoughts? They think that they think, but what are the mechanics of thoughts? Where do thoughts originate? How have they come about? What is the mechanism within that makes a thought form itself into a conscious thought? Because there's so much involved, far deeper down within yourselves, where you go back and further back to the original thought, which, by the way, was not thought of by anybody or any being. It found its existence by itself, and that very thought force that found its own existence is still carrying on and on and on. And it will carry on till eternity. So be glad you have that little ego. So at least you have some little cognition of what's happening around you, or perhaps what's happening to a very limited degree, what is within you. So we come to the basic premise. I do not know who I am. I do not know what life is. I do not know the force that's involved in the creation or manifestation of life. These are vital issues of which people know nothing about. Yes. And yet all theologies go on saying, man, know thyself. But it doesn't answer you. It makes an injunction. It commands you, man, know thyself. But does it answer you who is really yourself? Does it show you the techniques in how to know yourself? Most of these theologies can be thrown away. They were formulations of unrealized men or women, for that matter. Because if they were self-realized, they will tell you the why and the wherefore of things. When they say, man, know thyself, it must explain you who is thyself. And what force is there that governs the self. So, we normally divide things up because separation is part of our nature. We always divide things up. This glass is separate from me, and you are separate from her, or whatever the case might be, or I am separate from that video camera. And because of the sense of separation, you also create the separation from your little self, separated from the big self, which is you. And what is the big self? The reality which exists within you. That is the big self. Indefinable, incomparable, beyond all words, indefinable, but experientiable. Now, if you can regard life to be an experience itself, existing by itself, you will at least come a little way nearer the truth of yourself. And that is knowing, to repeat again, that I exist. And when you could really say, not the little ego that talks a lot of nonsense, it is always talking a lot of gibberish or gabbering around. But when you say, I exist, you know the meaning of yourself, of that eternal I, which is you and none else. Nothing else in this universe exists. Only you exist. And within saying that I exist, I find that the entire universe exists in me. No separation. So the universe is not there. For if the universe was there, I would be nowhere. But because I bring the universe within myself, I can truly stand up and say, I exist, for I am divinity itself, and nothing else can exist except divinity itself. Yet people put on labels. They call him a he, or some other religionists might call that force a she. I just call it it. It exists. What did Descartes say again? I asked you to remind me the other day. I think, therefore I am. The bloody fool. If he was here, I'd shoot him. I think, therefore I am. Who thinks? What thinks? And what could give you, what thought could give you the meaning that I am what I am? You see how wrong Descartes was. You could never think that you are, but You are, therefore you think. The other way around. See, these philosophers, Herbert Spencer, Schopenhauer, Fichte, Gichte. What a waste of valuable time. And Kant, too, he spelled his name wrong. What a great loss of valuable time and of paper. With us it is different. I with a touch can make you experience who you are. You just have to be a bit ready for it. I beg your pardon. You just take one step and I will take you 10 steps further. That is my responsibility. And if you can only walk one step, I will carry you for 10 more to give you a rest. And then kick your backside and say, now come on, do some more walking. And when you feel tired, I'm still there with you. Yes, these are truths. These are true teachings which must come within one's realization. And do not think that you've realized something, because realization has nothing to do with thought, because all thought is formulated by one's imagination, by the creation of one thought combining itself with another thought, thinking it is creating a new thought. It is not. That is what thinking is all about. But realization is something else. A real I, without any cessation. A real I, cessation. A real I, without cessation. That is realization. So children of immortality, like Vivekananda has said, rise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. But I would add on to that, Guy, be brave. Let me tell you a little secret. And understand this world. That which you think is real is not real at all. That which you think is unreal is true reality. Huh? Do you get that? Because the true reality is that it that cannot find any confirmation in your mind saying that it is real. It can't. So what are you confirming? What are you affirming? This world is pregnant. And I'm not talking of the population explosion. Pregnant with thoughts that could never germinate. Because they're involved in thought formations. Now, how can the formless have formation, and how can thought realize with its own particular forms that which is formless? Is that possible, I ask you? The realization. That's where we have to reach. The other part of your question was, is self-realization possible in this lifetime? And my answer is yes, it is possible. Spend just 6 months with me, constantly in my company, and I will make you self-realized, not by knowledge and wisdom alone, but opening yourself up for a touch, where you will start identifying yourself with identification itself, which is none other but yourself. It's possible. Some people are lazy, perhaps, or they do not know the meaning of the wherefore and the why, and it might take millions of lifetimes, perhaps. Not necessary. Why wait so bloomin' long? Find it here and now. When you walk out here, do you realize you're walking? No. It's just a motion you're producing. Right. But feel the ground that you are walking upon. Then you will know that my feet are firmly planted on this ground, and I make my feet and the ground as the basis of my personal reality. Look up at the sky. What do you see? If you ask someone, they say, oh, the sky is blue. Rubbish. The sky is not blue. It is the water down here that is blue and reflected up that makes the sky seem blue. Touch the sky and see if it's blue or not. But I am blue. And blue with you guys for not going a bit faster for self-realization. Therefore, sometimes I cry for you and I feel blue.
Así pues que yo no tengo nada que añadir ya a este mensaje, porque realmente es para escuchar y sacar una luz aquí, una luz allá, y después de 20 veces a lo mejor empiezas a comprender, pero lo importante es que lo asimiles y que conviertas tu vida en la experiencia de la existencia de la divinidad, pues la divinidad es lo único que existe. Y bueno, acordaros que esto es pasito a pasito, un pasito detrás de otro, guía mi amable luz. Y hoy solamente vamos a practicar integrar pensamiento, palabra y acción. Y acordaros, son solo 16 horas y es solamente un día. Mañana será otro día y mañana será otra práctica. Y que paséis un muy bonito día. Namaste.